Caitlin Clark and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and
I'm a
forth.
fan of both.
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires.
Now let me make something very, very clear, ladies and gentlemen. Greatness, true greatness, is not about one woman. It's not about one championship. It's not about one shining highlight on Sports Center. Greatness is about consistency. It's about domination. It's about doing it over and over and over again until the entire world has no choice but to bow down and acknowledge your supremacy.
It's not about black and white. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA. You see, it was all instigated. If Angel Reese was never in Caitlin Clark's face, taunting her the way that she did when they mimicking what Caitlin Clark was doing to numerous opponents en route to the Final Four. And then Angel Reese and LSU bust their living, you know what, at that particular moment in time. And Angel Reese was in her face chirping at her the way that she did. It would have never gotten to this point.
And that, right now, is the key difference between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Reese has the confidence, yes. She has the attitude, yes. But Caitlin Clark has the game. She has the numbers. She has the dominance. She is the one that's redefining women's college basketball before our very eyes. Let's talk about Caitlin Clark for a second. This young lady isn't just scoring points, she's rewriting the record books.
First of all, it's not a rivalry. Not when you lose about 35 points.
That's true.
It's not rivalry. Indiana Fever's on a different level than the Chicago Sky. Let's get that out the way. Secondly, as much as we love Angel Reese because she is special, she's not Caitlin Clark as a player. Caitlin Clark is on a different level. We just have to own that.
She's hitting these FOOT like their layups. She's orchestrating her offense like a maestro. And most importantly, she's drawing crowds. When she steps into a building, it's not just a basketball game anymore, it's an event. Ticket sales go up. TV ratings go up. Social media explodes.
Most fans were excited to see Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever take on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. The game was a blowout as the Fever beat down Chicago 93-58, with Clark's triple-double leading the way. But the biggest headline coming out of the game on Saturday is the investigation the WNBA is conducting into allegations of hateful fan comments directed at Angel Reese. It happened after this play when Clark slapped at the ball after Reese grabbed an offensive rebound.
ESPN clears space on the front page. That's what a superstar does. That's what Michael Jordan did. That's what Kobe Bryant did. That's what LeBron James has done for 2 decades. That is the power of generational greatness. Now I ask you, do we see that level of consistent impact from Angel Reese? The answer is no.
Angel Reese, part 38, let's get it! Life throws her lemons, she makes bricks. Bang! PSA to anyone watching, she is right-handed. Right-handed, by the way. She missed the rim by 3 feet, man. Bang! I gotta say, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pecan? Butter pecan? Bang! Here's a stat. She's been blocked 20 times, and she's only made 21 hoops. What? Bang!
Respectfully, no. And this is why I get heated when Angel Reese throws her name around in the same sentence as Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan wasn't just a basketball player. He was a global phenomenon. He was a cultural force. He was the man who turned Nike into an empire. He was the man who took the NBA from a league in the 1980s.
Because I was calling it from day one. You got people that are resentful towards her. But it's really not about her, guys. It's about what she represents. Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happened to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. and they never got this kind of shine.
CS that wasn't even broadcast live all the time and transformed it into a worldwide spectacle. And then you look at Angel Reese, a talented, promising, young college star who has won national championship, who thrives off social media attention, who tucks her tuck and backs it up sometimes, and you're telling me that's comparable to MJ. Please stop. That's not just a stretch, that's a canyon you're trying to jump across. History teaches us something very important: greatness is forged over time. Michael Jordan didn't cement his legacy overnight. It took him nearly a decade in the NBA before he truly dominated the way we all remember. Kobe Bryant had his ups and downs before.
Elaborate a little bit more on that in just a second, but before I do that, I want to ask you your thoughts about apparently some racial animus that was thrown in the direction of Angel Reese. The Chicago Sky have gotten involved, talking about they're going to protect their players at all costs. The WNBA has issued a statement saying it abhors and discourages hate of any kind, etc., etc. Your thoughts about it? Here's the WNBA statement. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. They have no place in our league or in society. We are aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter. Your thoughts about that element of all of this, where you believe it emanates from, and do you think it will ever subside?
Before he became the Black Mamba we all worship. LeBron James? He had hype since high school, yes. But he proved it over 20 years of sustained excellence. Now Angel Reese? She's played what, 2 seasons at LSU? She's had...
Oh man, the latter part of that, Stephen A, is quite the thing to think on. I think when you go back to the impetus of the rivalry that we have between Caitlyn and Angel Reese, I remember funny clips on the internet.
Another diabolical stat. She's 19 of 59 from less than 5 feet away. How about that, man? Bang! She should work at housekeeping for hotels because she could turn it over quickly. Lost by 27, scored only 4 points against the Indiana Fever. To mention no Caitlin Clark, no problem, give and go. Like a given no shot of working. Bang!
You prefer car or plane?
Car or plane for what? For how you want to travel! That's too many steps and you can't do that. Bang!
When magical tournament run. And suddenly she's comparing herself to Michael Jordan. With all due respect, that's premature at best, delusional at worst. Now let's be real. Angel Reese brings something to the table that's valuable: personality, swagger, villain energy. She's unapologetic, she trash talks.
I have yet to see a single example of Angel Reese being a leader. Outside of rebounding her own missed layups, what does Angel Reese do? What is her contribution? You tell me, because I'm not seeing it. I know I'm harsh on Angel Reese, but she considers herself a star. If you're going to call yourself a star, I expect you to perform like a star, especially in big moments. Caitlin Clark was injured. Angel Reese was the only star on the court last night. And for 27 minutes, she completely disappeared.
She waves in your face. She loves to get under your skin. And that's entertaining. That makes headlines. That drives debate shows like this one. But personality alone does not equal greatness. Personality plus dominance equals greatness. And Caitlin Clark? She has both. She's fiery, she's competitive, she's...
Caitlin Clark's or Angel Reese's popularity in large part is attributed to her behavior towards Caitlin Clark, because when Caitlin Clark was busy taunting opponents a couple of years back before LSU smacked Iowa around in the national championship game or so, it was Angel Reese that was clapping back at Caitlin Clark once it was Caitlin Clark's turn to have her comeuppance. And that's what made Angel Reese famous. Now, Angel Reese experienced vitriol thereafter. It was tough for her to deal with, as she articulated.
Tear you down, but she also drops chalice on you in the process. That's the difference. Reese might give you a viral moment. Clark gives you history. Let's put it side by side. Caitlin Clark, multiple chalice, point games. NCAA scoring records being shattered left and right. She's hitting threes from the logo. She's single-handedly carrying Iowa against powerhouses. Angel Reese, machine. A rebounding beast. A defensive force. Yes, she impacts games with hustle and energy. But Angel Reese is not there. She's not close. And if she keeps tucking like she is, she's only proving my point further, because the more she tucks, the more Caitlin Clark shines in comparison. So here's the truth, ladies and gentlemen, Angel Reese is good. She's talented. She's marketable. But she is not Michael Jordan. And she's not Caitlin Clark either.
Well, there's a lot of reaction coming in from last night's drubbing, destruction, annihilation, cremation, whatever you want to call it, roasting, sauteed, whatever your form of cooking may be. But the Indiana Fever absolutely dismantled the Chicago Sky.